Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my weekly predictions video for this week's upcoming episode of Fear the Walking Dead Season 3. That's for Episode 3. It's called TEOTWAWKI. And spoiler warning as usual, if you are not caught up for Fear the Walking Dead, that is up to after the double premiere. Yes, there was 2 episodes for the premiere. Those of you who just watched the first one and shut off because you thought either there was not a second episode, I feel sorry for you. Yes, there was, and it was pretty eventful. So major spoiler warning. So going into episode 3, so pretty crazy double premiere, very unexpected, very unpredictable, and did all the videos for it already for you guys. Did a review of episode 1 and 2 separate, and a reaction video to the double premiere and the big death that happened in it. Really crazy stuff. So all those are in the channel for you guys. You can check them out now. So I wanted to do my video predictions for this week and what I think is going to happen in TEOTWAWKI. And I want to thank, when we got the titles, I was just saying TEOTWAWKI, and then somebody let me know that it stands for The End of the World as We Know It. Somebody wrote it in the comments. And that's cool because I never heard that before, the end of the world as we know it. So it's an acronym for that, which is kind of cool because, of course, with Fear the Walking Dead, and that's one thing I like a lot about Fear, is it really does feel like the end of the world when you watch Fear, because as we start off the series in the first season, we're seeing kind of the regular run-of-the-mill type of lifestyle of, high school teacher, guidance counselor, and it's really cool to see just the whole breakdown of all of society and to get to see, zombies everywhere and the different groups and groups being killed by other small groups, and it seems like in Fear, and probably worldwide too in the Walking Dead TV series universe, the craziest time is probably at the beginning, because you most likely have a lot of groups that are kind of getting up and running, and a lot of people on the move, a lot of people doing a lot of different things and unsure of themselves. You don't have people that are kind of set in motion and there's not a lot of groups, I would think, that have like a set spot like the Broke Jaw Ranch that we're seeing now. Most groups are kind of in flux, and the locations that they're at may or may not be permanent. They may just be stopping by somewhere before they head on somewhere else, and it's just, a lot of chaos everywhere, a lot of different people all over the place, and different crazy things happening with, just the end of the world as we know it. So cool stuff. So I'll put the link in the description to both clips for this one. We do not have a regular description for this episode. We just have 2 clips. So the one is a sneak peek, and it's called The Otto Family. Like I said, links in the description to AMC's page with it. And it basically just has Jake, who's kind of giving a speech for Patty, it sounds like, and then you have a gentleman named Vernon who kind of interrupts him. The name reminded me of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm not sure why. Like the 80s Vernon, the reporter. So then he's saying, like, who brought down the helicopter? So it's great to mourn Patty, but a lot of them want vengeance for what happened to Patty, Patty's death, and of course Travis's death as well too. So Troy promises him payback, and Troy is kind of, it's going to be cool to see kind of how this Otto family all goes together, because you have Troy, who is on one, has one philosophy, and then his brother and his dad have a totally different one for the most part. His brother and his dad are like more kind of civilized, and they're more kind of, regular type of people, whereas Troy is like this little psycho that's just, ready to point his gun somewhere and can't wait until somebody gives him, a direction to go with that, so he can do that. So then Jake says, we can't afford to lose ourselves. When we know what we're dealing with, then we'll decide. We've got to be more than a mob. And then there's a quote, I guess they have family words, so to speak. If you plan for the future, plan for a better one. And I've never heard that before. I thought that was quite clever. If you plan for the future, plan for a better one. It's kind of cool. It's kind of like look at your future optimistically and plan to make your future better than maybe your past. So that's cool. And, I like that. I like kind of the family's motto, the Otto motto, so to speak. And I like the Ottos so far as characters. I'm interested to see if this Jake character is going to become like a series regular, and if Troy may become a villain eventually. We'll have to see what they have in store for them, but it should be cool to see anyway. I'm thinking for this episode, we'll probably see them spend at least a bit of time at this ranch for a while, and then we have the other kind of sneak peek official teaser for Season 3. It's not just for Episode 3, though. It could be for a few episodes, where you have this season on Fear the Walking Dead, Season 3 official teaser. You've got someone running from something. I can't tell if it's Jake or somebody else, just really can't tell. Some zombies, some of them in what looks like prison gear, so some kind of prison, like orange is the new black type of orange, clothing that the people in prison have to wear. Then you have Nicholas, who says, the monsters here are way worse than the ones out there. Which is kind of cool, and I'm not sure who he's referring to as here. Is he referring to Troy and some of the others that are at the ranch that maybe are really bad people, some of the people who did what was happening there, some of the soldiers and that? So it's really hard to say. We'll have to see who he's referring to, and if that's even in Episode 3, it could be a later episode. Then you've got Troy, who says, you're dead now, right? And then you've got Madison with him when she's like pointing a gun. It looks like Troy's keeping his eye, which is quite strange to me that he would be able to, because that means somehow she got the spoon in there without totally she didn't pop his eye out, because it seems like his eye might actually be okay, or at least maybe just a little bit disfigured rather than totally unusable, which is pretty it's pretty crazy. I didn't think he was going to get to keep the eye. I thought the eye was done for sure, but I don't know. Okay, fine, whatever. Then you've got Strand almost being thrown over the rail, which we've seen in kind of the teaser trailer for this season, and he doesn't actually get fully thrown over in this. There's some other guy, they cut it, and some other guy's being thrown over. So we just get the idea that maybe he'll be able to talk his way out of it or something. I really don't think they can afford to kill off Strand or any of these other characters, because after just losing Travis, it's like we don't have that many leads, that many important characters left to be killing off too many. The Fear group is smaller in comparison to the original Walking Dead series group was at this point. Which is interesting to see. Then we've got a native saying abandon the ranch. So a Native American gentleman saying abandon the ranch. So it sounds like the people who shot down the helicopter are most likely this group of natives somewhere near there. And it looks like they're going to probably try to attack the ranch, or there's going to be some kind of rivalry between the natives and the people of the ranch. So that could be exciting. And maybe we could see some battles and stuff like that before the mid-season finale. And maybe them have to leave the ranch if they are to lose that battle. So that could be interesting to see. Madison says, you leave, you'll die. And I think she's talking to the people of the ranch there. Maybe some of them want to leave, and she's letting them know that if you think life's going to be easier out there than it is here, you are wrong. It is definitely not. It's just chaos out there, which I think Fear is illustrated well, like I said earlier. Nicholas puts someone down, but I can't tell who it is. You can see him put someone down at night there, but you can't see who it is. I mean, it looks a bit like Troy, but I don't think Troy will be killed off at that point. So maybe by the mid-season finale or something, if they don't use him later on. The thing with Fear is it's so crazy right now. It's really hard to predict what they're going to do. Is Troy going to be around long? Will Nicholas, kill him in this half? If Luciana's going to survive, and it looks like she is, then maybe Nicholas won't harbor any resentment towards him too badly because Luciana actually survived. She says, you're afraid to leave your family, and she might be talking to Nick about that, which makes sense. We've got Alicia saying, what's your problem, to somebody there. So it sounds like they're not going to be getting along with everybody there. And at the end, have you any idea what you've done? But we really have no idea what kind of context that is in, or who that's being said to. So either way, Episode 3, I'm thinking after such a crazy double premiere, this should be most likely kind of a more relaxed paced episode for a bit. Maybe a few, chilling episodes, 3 or 4, and then maybe a big episode, 7, and then a mid-season finale with a pretty big episode 8. But we also don't know, when they're going to take a break this summer, how long the break is going to be, what that's going to look like, maybe a month in between or something after the mid-season finale. So we'll have to see, but I would say the season premiere definitely kicked off with Fear in just tremendous fashion, and I'm expecting now to see a lot of setup for the season, getting to get some character development with these new characters, getting to know them a bit better, and I'm perfectly happy with that, because after such an insane premiere, we kind of need some ups and we need some downs, and right now I think we're due for a couple down episodes where they're mostly setting us up for a new season and explaining a lot of these characters while we get to know them, maybe with a little bit of drama at the end in start to this new native group that it looks like they're going to be antagonists to the Brokejaw Ranch group. So that'll be it for this one today, guys. I'll have another one for you guys posted tomorrow. If you liked this video, please don't forget to thumb it up below. You can also share and favorite. And if you're new and you want to subscribe, please don't forget to subscribe at the bottom left. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Topic video will be, did they just kill Fear the Walking Dead? That's it for this one. See you guys tomorrow. It's Trev saying peace. Later, guys. See ya.